Joining us this morning here on the Chad Hasty Show on News Talk 790 KFYO, U.S. Senator and presidential candidate for 2016, Senator Ted Cruz. Welcome back to the show, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great, Chad. It's always great to be with you.
Well, I appreciate your time today. And how is the campaign trail?
You know, it is fantastic. Heidi and I have been on the road nonstop, and the energy and excitement we are seeing is off the charts. You know, you'll recall in the Senate race in Texas, the kind of grassroots passion that it built slowly through the campaign, but as the election got closer and closer, there was just an energy from the ground. It was Republican women, it was young people, it was Hispanics, it was small business owners, it was Tea Party leaders, it was the grassroots. Chad, we're seeing that same thing coming together in Iowa and New Hampshire and South Carolina. It's incredibly encouraging. And I think the only way we're going to turn the country around is if the grassroots rise up and hold all our elected officials accountable. It will not come from Washington. Washington is profoundly broken. I have seen it firsthand. But I am so optimistic because I think people are waking up. The worse things get, the more people are waking up, and that's what it's going to take to turn things around.
You know, Senator, I remember having you on my show when you were in the early days of your Senate campaign, and there were a lot of folks out there who gave you absolutely no shot at beating David Dewhurst for on the Republican side, and there were people who said, "Oh, this Ted Cruz, who's Ted Cruz?" But you're right. You built up that grassroots support. The more you went to town halls, the more you went on talk radio, the more people heard your message, and that message resonated with those folks. Is that grassroots support, is that as instrumental in your race right now for president as it was back in that race for Senate?
Absolutely. It is the entire core of the campaign. You know, I'll give you one example, which is a couple of weeks ago, all the campaigns filed their fundraising reports. Now, of the 16 Republicans who are running, do you know which campaign raised the most hard money for the campaign?
That would be you.
That would be us. We raised $14.3 million. In second place was Jeb Bush with $11.4 million. Now, if I'd have told you 3 months ago that we were going to outraise every Republican candidate in the field, including outraising Jeb Bush by $3 million, you would have said I was barking at the moon crazy.
Are you kidding me? Everyone was predicting that, right?
Well, and let me tell you why, Chad, because it really underscores your question about the grassroots. The $14.3 million we raised came from over 175,000 contributions in all 50 states, all 5 territories. The average contribution was $81. It was people all over the country who came to tedcruz.org. Tedcruz.org contributed. Do you know we have had contributors from roughly half of the zip codes in America? 48.1% of zip codes in America have one or more Cruz campaign donors who've come to tedcruz.org. That is the power of the grassroots, and it is the only thing strong enough to break the Washington cartel, to change the bipartisan corruption right now that has resulted in an $18 trillion debt that is bankrupting our kids and grandkids.